Scottish Cup weekend, but as Chris Tarrant once said, we don't want to give you just that. We want to give you everything else, and that includes the lower leagues because Championship, League 1 and League 2 is all in action. Apart from one game in the Championship, there's no Premiership games at all because guess what? 7 of the 12 are in the last 8.
Who cares about the Scottish Cup when you've got the 4th tier of Scottish football to talk about?
Exactly.
League 2, let's get into it. First up, East Fife, Dumbarton. I'm going to go 2-1 East Fife.
I'm going to go 0-0. Because why not?
Elgin City, Bonnyrigg Rose. I am going to go Bonnyrigg Rose with a 1-0 victory.
Yeah, I'll go 1-0 Bonnyrigg Rose as well. 4 for Athletic against Clyde. I'm going to go 2-0 Clyde.
Yeah, Clyde have won 2 in a row. I'm going to go Clyde to make it 3 in a row. I'm going to go Clyde 2, 4 for Athletic 1. Clyde now beginning to look like they can pull off the great escape, and it didn't look likely a few weeks ago, but
They might be worth a bet.
yeah, it's looking decent now.
Peterhead against Stranraer. North against South. I'll go with the boys from Stranraer. 1-0.
Joe Biden calls them the fish lovers.
Was he?
Well, I'm going to go with Peterhead to win 2-1.
Stenhousemuir against the Spartans. Pretty self-explanatory.
Well, I mean, you say that, but Stenhousemuir lost to Clyde 6-1.
They did, but here, they're going to pump the Spartans 6-1. So 6-1 it is.
This is Sparta. I'll go 2-0 Stenhousemuir.
Fair enough. Right, into League 1's fixtures. Full card as well. Alloa against Kelty Hearts. I'm going to go 2-1 Kelty.
Disappointing to get no Friday night games, by the way, just putting that out there.
I know, what was that all about?
SPFL, man, what's happening? I missed my wee BBC One Scotland game.
There's a few BBC Scotland games on this week. That's probably what it is, because the Scottish Cup's on.
Could be.
And they have the few one on BBC Scotland. They can't.
That could possibly be it. I think you get one on... Is it 2 on BBC Scotland, the one on Fireplay, or is it...
One's on... I'm not too sure, actually, what one of them's on.
Not entirely
There's 2
sure.
Fireplay, one BBC Scotland, then what's the other one? Well, here, we'll see at the end, because the Scottish Cup's saved for last, folks. Anyway, and Athletic against Queen of the South. I'm going to go for Queen of the South 2-0. Did you know Queen of the South's only team to be mentioned in the Bible?
I actually heard that statistic
Which makes sense. I doubt they were going to mention Falkirk or Stirling Albion in the Bible.
Yeah, but the mention in the Bible isn't anything to do with actually Queen of the South.
Of course, it ain't.
Yeah, it's just actual...
Aye, like she's the Queen of the South.
Aye, the 4 words may get used, but it's not. I mean, it's not like they're referring to the football team
Aye.
that was established back then.
Aye, Moses didn't part the Red Sea and then walk over to Rangers, did he?
Who do you think would have been the best footballer for the Bible days?
I mean, I'd probably go with Jesus. I mean, if he could feed that many people with some fish and bread, what could he do with a football?
Aye, you'd have to imagine he could do all sorts of magic tricks. Anyway, I'll go with Queen of the South as well, 2-1.
I wouldn't go with the fucking donkey, though. He'd be pretty pissed.
No. Cove Rangers, I'm going to go 1-0 Montrose. I think Montrose won.
Fair enough, I'll go 1-0 Montrose as well. Hamilton against Edinburgh City.
Sorry, Edinburgh City.
8-0 Hamilton.
God, that's tough. 4-0.
Aye, well, double points are on offer. Right, Stirling Albion against Falkirk. Falkirk will win. 2-0.
I will also go with
Alright, Jeff.
Falkirk.
Falkirk. 1-0. Right. Scottish Championship. Greenock Morton do not play because they're in the Scottish Cup. Can you guess the missing team there?
The missing team is...
Apart from Morton, obviously.
Morton. Oh, shite.
Shad.
The team that Morton were supposed to play, Ayr United.
Boom, he got it. Right, Dundee United are going to scud Arbroath.
Nah, I'm going to go with Arbroath. Arbroath beat Rafe Rovers, therefore they can beat Dundee United. They gave Rafe a 2-goal head start and they still won.
What a team Arbroath are, but they're going to lose here 4-1.
Dundee United's home form's been pretty poor this season.
I've Arbroath's poor in general.
Yeah, I'm going to go with a 2-1 Arbroath win.
Fair enough. Right, Inverness against Airdrie. I'm going to go for 0-0 draw. Inverness like a wee 0-0.
I'll go with Airdrie. 2-1 Airdrie. Although Inverness... 2-1 Airdrie.
And the only game at hand in this weekend, despite the cup being there, Queen's Park will beat Partick Thistle 1-0. Partick Thistle's went off the boil.
Yeah, Partick Thistle. I mean, at best, like it's looking like a playoff spot. Although I do think that if they turn up after the post-season, like I still think they could find themselves playing Premier League football next season.
Brian Graham.
Although I am going to go with a 1-1 draw here.
Rafe Rovers really need to win. just to keep a bit of pressure on Dundee United.
The Fife derby. I hope Raith Rovers do win.
They win it every time.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game, but I'm still going to go with Raith to win this one by 2-1.
Yep, I'm going to go 2-0 because Raith Rovers do what Raith Rovers want to do in that derby. It's one-sided, but let's go here. And there's actually no mention of where these games are on television, which I thought it would say, but let's kick off with Aberdeen Killie, which is a 12:15 kick-off tomorrow. Then we've got 2 on Sunday, 1 on Monday. Neil Warnock's got to win this, right? We can say what we want and banter, but if he gets knocked out of the cup, man, is he actually in serious chances of getting sacked?
I don't think they'll sack. I think they'll commit to the end of the season because I think if they sack Neil Warnock, then they're probably going to have to rush in their manager, their new permanent manager, and I just don't think they want to do that. Although, I mean, at this point, it might just be worth letting the guy that took over for the Celtic game to control the team until the end of the season. The Neil Warnock experiment hasn't worked. This could be his last job in football, and I get it. Aberdeen might not want to be the big bad bogeymen that, fire the old guy, but he's produced results and performances that I think deserve a firing.
How does a football pension work, by the way? Does that even exist, or is it you get that much money?
Nah, you get that much money.
You should have something saved up.
Yeah. See if you're a football and you've been in football and you've been playing at a top flight or a decent level for that long, then see if you don't have money by the end of it, then it's on you. It's on you. But yeah, I was actually looking at Derek McKenzie's history at Aberdeen. I still can't believe they sacked him. 8 seasons at Aberdeen, failed to finish lower than 4th in his 8 seasons. Out of the 8 seasons, at least 5 of those seasons, he made the semi-finals of the Scottish Cup, which I think was
that's not bad.
Pretty good as well. So, yeah, no, for me, I think they fucked up getting rid of him. They've not been good since.
Well, they've been so inconsistent since. I know they finished 3rd last year, but here, first half of the season, they were just as bad as they are right now. And with Miovski, right, they've always got a chance in a game. But if you're betting them on, you're betting Killie, man. I would say betting Killie them on is almost printing money. Yeah. Because Killie will be a great price. I bet you Killie's like 20 to 20.
It's mad.
Maybe even more.
21 to... You think they're just above evens away from home?
Aye.
Nah, I think Aberdeen will be favourites.
I know, but it'll be close. Well,
I think you'll get Killie about 5-2, but we'll check it right now.
You keep talking pish there about how pish old man Warnock is.
Right, I'll keep talking Warnock. Yeah, no, like, the guy just hasn't done it. Neil Lennon has confirmed he's got interest in the Aberdeen job. For me, if I was Dave Cormack, I would be all over that. I would be trying to get Neil Lennon to commit to the club now, whether that be Neil Lennon coming right now or if Neil Lennon's willing to wait to the end of the season, then I would be getting that deal done. And I'm not saying Neil Lennon is like a saviour of Scottish football, but he's been here, he's played here, he's managed Celtic, been successful with Celtic, managed Hibs, secured Hibs' highest points tally in the top flight in their history, I believe, since the new formation of the Scottish Premiership. And he also played pretty good attacking football with Hibernian. Plus, he's got a good record in European football, something which Aberdeen want to build on a yearly consecutive basis. So for me, I think Neil Lennon is a great pick for Aberdeen, and they'd be foolish if he's willing to come, if he's willing to take the job. Then Aberdeen would be foolish not to sign him up. And surely you've found the odds now.
Yes, so Aberdeen are 29 to 20, a draw is 9 to 4, and a Killie win is 15 to 8. So pretty much 2 to 1.
Yeah, well, I was right. Aberdeen favourites.
You know what, right? I kind of botched there because I believe Killie probably would be about evens at home against Aberdeen. Which is a joke, by the way. I'm pretty sure the last game they played, which obviously wasn't too long ago, they were about evens. Which I think is printing money. Obviously, away from home it's a wee bit more difficult, right? But it's like, I fancy Killie more at Pittodrie than Hearts at Capello.
I'm going 2-1 Killie.
Yeah, I'm going to go Killie to win. 2-1. I think it depends on the manner of this defeat. I think if they get scud at 4-0 Aberdeen, they'd probably get rid of him.
I'd say so.
Guys put so much emphasis on winning this. And you know what? He's not took one bit of... What's that word I'm looking for?
Punishment?
No, not punishment.
Blame.
Aye, that's the word. Voice break city. That's the word I'm looking for. Blame. The blame game. The chain gang. You know what? This guy's near as old as
Wait,
the
it's the
fucking
word you know.
chain.
It's the word you're looking for. No responsibility.
Responsibility blames something. He throws every player under the bus. Like, see when he first kicked off, right? As Aberdeen manager, all you talked about is how Miloski's worth like 20 million. Now all of a sudden, everyone's
20
pish.
pence.
Aye. This guy's worth 20 pence, man. And hope for his sake he has kept some money in the retirement funds, because he's going to need it soon. But yeah, going 2-0, Kelly. You
Well,
going
he's probably
2-1?
got more money than Fog Football, so I wouldn't worry about him too much.
Maybe, potentially. Our numbers are quite good these days. Anyway, let's talk about a club that will not be anywhere near having good numbers, because they will not sell out. There'll be a load of empty seats. It'll be like Asda in the Fedge aisle. It's Hibs against Rangers.
Yeah, the Fed shell was very disappointing tonight at Asda. I wasn't very impressed.
No, but
You almost have to get the binoculars and magnifying glass out to actually find some.
yeah, this game looks like it's going to be very empty. Hibs just... I think Hibs' home support's shocking.
Why, have you got information on the ticket sales or something?
No, I do, aye. No, I just think Hibs never really do a good job at home. See, unless it's an Ember derby, they don't sell it.
Should this no be a big game for Hibs? Chance to get to Hampden?
Quarter-final,
Against Rangers?
absolutely.
I mean, should this no be a... It's a Sunday 5:30 kickoff.
They're not getting in the top 5, right? So this is their season.
Yeah, plus it's a Sunday. I mean, that for me, this should be a sellout.
Should be, but
This is Hibs' only chance, really, of getting European football
My
next
sources
year.
have told me this is like an Asda shelf without the packing beforehand. So I'm going to... Rangers, this week could make or break Rangers this season. They could go at 2 competitions, but I don't think they will. I think they'll win. Motherwell was just a blip. I was worried kind of for a bit, but then I saw how they performed against Benfica, and here, if you should beat Benfica, you're going to beat Hibs. So I'm going to go 3-0 Rangers.
Hibs have began to get some decent results lately, but they haven't really beat anybody that I rate. And the Hearts draw was a poor performance for Hearts. So yeah, I mean, the Hibs did beat Ross County and they beat Dundee, but it's not really enough for me to say that Nick Montgomery's got this team heading in the right direction. Well, they're heading in the right direction, but I mean, a couple of bad results and they could easily...
If you get to a dead end and you do a 180, I mean, you have to go the right direction,
But
effectively.
it doesn't mean you're going...
Neil Warnock's went through the dead end and ended up in a ditch. Hibs have managed to turn around.
Quicksand, I think he's in. Or sinking mud, or whatever they call it
Shite.
these days. Shite works for me. I'm going to go... Oh, Hibernian FC versus Rangers FC. It's a tough one. Both teams have FC at the end of their name.
So most every fucking team here does, mate.
Oh, God. I'm going to go Hibernian 2, Rangers 1.
Really?
Aye, I'm going to go with
So
Hibs
you
1.
think at 5:30 on Sunday?
You'll be greeting. That's
I'll
what
be-
I think, aye.
I'll be greeting.
Aye.
Fair enough.
And the fuse will be pumping.
The fuse will be pumping. Hopefully not. Well,
Who's the
hopefully
referee?
yes.
Who's the referee, by the way?
Brother John? Sure, he's there.
Okay.
Talking of referees, but let's move into the Celtic game, right? So apparently Celtic put the word out to the Vatican and they flew their best boys over, because apparently every referee and VAR official in this game is a Celtic season ticket holder. Thoughts on that?
Interesting.
To
But
beat Levy,
did
it
they
seems
really
a
need
wee
that?
bit extreme.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about this game too much. For me, it's just a foregone conclusion here. There's only going to be one winner. Levy or shite, I'm sorry, but Celtic will win this game. Even if it was at Tony Macaroni.
This game shouldn't be on TV, man. It's a fucking disgrace that this one is picked for Fireplay over the likes of Aberdeen, Kelly, or Greenock Morton Hearts. I know why it is, but there'll probably be about 20,000 less people at this game than there is normally.
Unfortunately, I just don't really see any scenario where the Old Firm games are not the 2 games that are being shown. Like, even if Celtic are taking on lower league opposition, and one of the cup games is like the Edinburgh Derby,
I think they'd pick the Ember Derby over it.
I don't.
I think they would.
No, I definitely don't.
I'm not saying it's a clear-cut conclusion that they would actually pick the Ember Derby over it, but I think that's the best chance you've got, so I may as well back it.
Well, I think you're wrong. I think you're backing a losing
You
horse.
think I'm wrong, brother?
I don't think they'd show it.
Well, put it this way. If Celtic...
But hold on. Was the last round? No, Rangers and Celtic getting 2 pish teams. What was the last round?
Celtic were away to St Mirren, and Rangers were away to Dumbarton, was it?
Alright, well, the round before that, Celtic were taking on somebody pish.
Bucky Thistle.
That was on telly.
It was.
The Rangers compartment.
Yeah, but that's I said if it's an Ember Derby, there's not been an Ember Derby selected.
No, there hasn't been, but there's been Premier League clashes.
No, there has been.
And they've
but-
still decided. Plus, you cannot deny that Celtic taking on Bonnie. Who they've taken on?
Bucky Thistle.
Celtic taking on Bucky Thistle, unfortunately, will get a higher viewership than the Edinburgh Derby.
Would it though?
No, would I?
I'm not convinced.
No,
it would.
I'm telling you it would.
No, I'm not.
I'm telling you it would.
That's all right.
Look,
but I don't.
look at the numbers. Rangers and Celtic versus any team will get higher viewership than the next two best teams.
I'm going to
get.
disagree though.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm going to. Do you want me to present my case?
Aye, go percent it go.
All right, I'm going to roll up a wee tea cake wrapper.
I mean,
here.
I could just Google it right now.
No, you could just Google it, right? But I'm going to use logic. Very thing that's not used a lot here in Fog Football. But
Yeah, a lot of logic's used on this channel.
if Celtic are taking on Bucky
I mean,
Thistle,
you ain't using any right now, but go for it.
right? Celtic are taking on Bucky Thistle, right? Now,
Oh,
obviously,
the Rangers fans ain't going to tune in because they know that Bucky Thistle can't win. Pish.
and also
right?
the neutrals as well. Yes,
Doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. If they don't fucking tune in, your fewer things out the window.
The Celtic fans tuning in will outmatch the Hibernian and Hearts fans tuning in to Edinburgh Derby and any other neutrals.
What
look
about
at-
the Rangers?
They ain't going to tune into Edinburgh Derby. They don't care. They don't think football exists outside of Glasgow.
Well, I mean, if you looked at the last 40 years, does it?
Probably not. No. So
But for the last decade, it's not exist outside the East End of Glasgow.
look, there's. How can you be this gullible? Look at Sky Sports. They only show Celtic and Rangers. Every game, they only show Celtic. It's all the away games you get Celtic and Rangers. Do you see when they're showing Celtic versus Livingston at the Tony Macaroni? Do you think they're showing you that for Livingston's benefit? No.
No, I'm no gullible, right?
The only reason you get non-Old Firm games is because they need to save the other fixtures. So it's like the reason you got Ross County versus, was it St Mirren the other night?
Aye.
It's because they know Ross County's not going to be in the top six. And
Well,
then
I don't know what the viewership's like, right? I don't, but I do think they would pick an Ember Derby over Celtic against Livingston.
Do you think you're getting Ross County versus St Mirren at the start of the season?
No, of course not.
You're only getting it because the top six split's coming up and they need to make their allocation. And Ross County's not going to be a part of the top six, and Ross County probably don't have Celtic and Rangers to play
Right, well, let's
before
talk
the top
about
six.
a team that's not going to be a part of the league next season. Livingston Celtic. So, right. Obviously, if they win, Celtic fans are going to take that. But say it's another drab performance and they scrape like a 1-0 or a 2-1 win. Is that good enough?
It's all about getting into the next round.
Okay, say Celtic get knocked out. Is Brendan Rodgers gone?
Well, they're not in the next round. They'll definitely get knocked
No,
out.
but is Brendan Rodgers gone?
Some people would argue this is Celtic's only chance of winning silverware.
What
I'm not one of those people, but
What manager's at most risk of getting sacked here out of these 8 teams if they get beat? Would you say Rodgers has got more chance of Warnock?
Possibly.
I actually don't want Celtic to get knocked out. I think it benefits.
Oh, I do.
I think it benefits Rangers if Celtic go far.
No,
in the Scottish
I
Cup.
want Davy Martindale's.
I.e.,
living
we
team.
beat them in the final.
No, I definitely don't want that. Like,
Obviously, you don't want that.
because if that happens,
No,
that means
but
Hearts have lost somewhere
If
along the
Rangers,
way.
if Rangers beat Hibs, right, and go through against Benfica, and Celtic go out here, Celtic have just got the league. Celtic have just sold 2 players, right? Their squad's very thin. I want them in the Scottish Cup. That's all I'm going to say. But anyway,
well,
I'm
I don't
gonna
think
go
you
with
need.
3-0.
Well, I don't think you need to worry about that. I think Celtic will win. I'm gonna go die 3-0, Damie.
3-0 do you. Greenock Morton against Hearts on the Monday. The wee jam to Hearts.
Greenock Morton are playing well, but they're not playing well enough to deal with Lawrence Shankland, and they won't deal with Lawrence Shankland. I'm going to go Greenock Morton 1, Hearts 3. Hearts booking their spot into the next round.
So what you're saying is you think it's going to be Kelly, Hibs, Celtic, Hearts?
Aye, what we'll get is, I believe, it will be Aberdeen versus Celtic in a semi, and then it'll be Hearts versus Hibs in a semi.
Who's going to win it?
I think Hearts will win it.
Well,
I'm quietly confident. If Hearts can avoid Rangers, I think we'll win the Scottish Cup.
So you think Rangers are a cut?
Although, I
above the
mean,
rest?
I wouldn't really... Kelly? No, wait, did I say Aberdeen?
No,
I'm
you
talking pish. I did. Kelly's going to beat Aberdeen.
You think Rangers?
Nah,
are a
I'm
cut
changing
above
my... I think Kelly could win the
the,
cup.
Rangers are cut above the rest.
Well, they're top of the league, I'd say so.
That doesn't mean
I think Kelly could win it, actually.
Could be against Motherwell there.
I think Kelly could win it. I don't know.
I just don't think Kelly at. I just don't think Kelly at Hampden are going to win a trophy.
I don't see how. I don't get that logic.
I just no. Well, nah. They drew with Celtic at Parkhead. They could do it.
Hearts come on at Scottish Cup final. That's it. You held it here first.
Okay.
That's what we're getting. Kelly are beating Hibs in the semis. Hearts are beating Celtic, and then hopefully Hearts beat Kelly in the final.
Fair enough. We'll be back 3 o'clock tomorrow. I'll be reviewing that Aberdeen Kelly game. Where will you be?
I'll be slaving away, guys, in the 9 to 5 because, life sucks and then you die. Vince McMahon once said that.
And then he's shot on somebody and then he's at the windy at the door. Until then, guys, we're at the windy. And we'll be back for more. Until then, peace.